You're watching KUJH-TV, Lawrence. KUJH-TV News starts now.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for this edition of KUJH-TV Summer News. I'm Jose Luis Militich.
And I'm Sarah Noonan. The two companies set to design and build KU's new business school are headed by KU alumni. Jose Luis Militich reports.
University of Kansas alumni will soon start designing and building the new business school that will be located here across the street from Allen Fieldhouse.
The design and building of the University of Kansas new business school will be headed by two independent firms whose team leaders are former KU alumni. David Brose is the firm-wide education practice leader for Chicago-based company Gensler & Associates. Kevin Harden is principal and owner of Gastinger Walker Harden plus B Triplet Buck out of Kansas City, Missouri. The former Jayhawks provide their ideas on the project and what it means for them to work for the university.
Education is in a completely different place than it was when Summerfield Hall was built many years ago. Technology is integrated into the classroom. The students that are attending college today are digital native students. They grew up with technology and they expect it in their everyday lives. The classrooms have attempted to be adapted. Their existing classrooms have attempted to be adapted in their existing building. However, they weren't built with technology in mind, so they really need new facilities in order to accommodate them.
We're very excited about the opportunity of being able to bring KU alumni to work on the KU Business School. Myself, a KU alum, my project architect will be a KU alum, and we'll have a fair majority of the people that will be working on the project will be from KU.
University of Kansas School of Business Dean Neeli Bendapudi shares her enthusiasm for KU alumni working on the project.
I have no question that these architects will know that their friends and family and their fellow students will expect them to bring a little extra care, a little extra attention, bring their best game because they're doing it for themselves. They're doing it for their alma mater.
This is Jose Luis Militich reporting for the University Daily Kansan.
The dog days of summer are back in Lawrence. Hundreds of people are meeting up at Red Dog's Dog Days to get fit. Jenna Jakowatz has more on this story.
People of all ages and athletic abilities are making their way to South Park to get fit. By 6 p.m. every Monday through Thursday, it's not uncommon to see a group of 200 or more exercising in unison. Red Dog's Dog Days is a fitness program designed for people of all skill levels as a way to encourage exercise without the hassle of a gym or the discomfort of working out alone. Don Gardner, also known as Red Dog, started the program 30 years ago for Lawrence High School football players, but it quickly grew.
A year or so later, we had some high school girls. Then we got little brother, little sister. Then we started getting a few parents, and then it just started growing.
Dog Days starts off with warm-ups, moves into arm, abdominal, and leg workouts, and is finished off with a 1 to 3 mile run from downtown, across campus, and back to South Park. Marta Carbajal, a senior from San Jose, Costa Rica, has been coming to Dog Days for 3 years.
We got a big crowd, and it's just fun to work out with people you don't usually get to see.
Gardner says it's not the fitness, but the friendships that are formed that make Dog Days worthwhile.
It's free, and it's just fun. The friendships that have been formed have been awesome.
For KUJH-TV News, I'm Jenna Jakowatz.
Speaking of dogs, some students are adopting dogs without weighing the cost. Sarah Noonan takes a closer look at how students are handling life with their new furry friends.
From the puppy eyes to the wagging tail, dogs have always been man's best friend. But is a companionship worth the cost as a student in college? A junior from Fort Worth, Texas and forward on the men's basketball team, Justin Wesley, has discovered taking care of a dog is more work than he anticipated.
I totally didn't know what I was getting myself into with my busy schedule and where I'm living right now. Probably wasn't the best idea, but I'm gonna make the best out of it, make it work.
Dory Villalon from the Lawrence Humane Society says students are not doing their homework before adopting.
And the number one reason, though, that people return their dogs is their landlord said no, and they hadn't checked that out first. You've got to make sure the landlord's cool with it, and that you're probably going to have to pay an extra pet deposit, maybe a non-refundable fee, and some landlords actually tack more onto your monthly rent if you have a dog.
If your schedule is too packed and wallet near empty, but still want to spend time with a furry friend, Villalon offers the next best alternative.
then what you might want to do is just consider volunteering. That may be a better alternative for you. Volunteers here can come in, you can get a dog, you can head out to the dog park, you can take them to farmer's market in the morning, you can, just chill out with them at your house. So, it is important to consider what kind of time do I have for this animal, because it's another living being in your life that's going to need your time and attention and is going to be dependent on you for everything.
Reporting from Lawrence, Sarah Noonan, KUJH.
There will also be a Pride Parade tomorrow night. The parade is being hosted by Lawrence Queer Youth Voice and starts at 6 p.m. from South Park. The march will go down Mass Street.
The Dole Institute recently commemorated the anniversary of an important battle of the Civil War. Here's Ellie Grimm with the story.
At any point during the academic year here at KU, the Dole Institute holds a variety of events here, like lectures or other discussions. But according to Bill Lacey, director of the Dole Institute, nothing like this panel discussion has been held during his tenure here.
I frankly wanted to learn more about the battle and learn from individuals that were extremely knowledgeable and had spent the bulk of their careers in several cases studying this battle.
Coming to the Dole Institute for the 3 days of Gettysburg seminar brought back some fond memories for community member Pat Guy.
I kept thinking about my father, who was a Gettysburg nut. He would have loved to have seen this whole presentation.
The Dole Institute commemorated the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Gettysburg with a panel discussion on June 20th. During the discussion, the 6 panelists talked about what actually happened during the battle and also gave opinions on different aspects. People who are interested can actually see video of the panel discussion on the Dole Institute's website. For KUJH, I'm Ellie Grimm.
And now with sports, here's Nathan Fordyce.
In his 13th year as head coach of Kansas track and field, Stanley Redwine has helped lead KU to its first women's national title. The Jayhawks dominated the 2013 NCAA championships with a total of 60 points, defeating the second-place Oregon Ducks by 17 points. KUJH's own Max Goodwin has the full story.
The first national championship trophy for a women's sport at Kansas was raised by the track and field team at historic Hayward Field on the campus of the University of Oregon on June 8th.
We're really excited, really excited. I think everyone just came in with the idea that this is something that we can do. The athletes knew that they wanted it, and we didn't need to put, as coaches, put any more pressure on them than they were putting on themselves and wanting to do it. Well, I think we're Kansas, and whether it be basketball, you're Kansas. And this is just another step for Kansas.
But lives go in different directions. What?
Along with the team title, sophomore Lindsey Vollmer became the first female in school history to win an individual outdoor title by pulling off a shocking win in the heptathlon. Vollmer set a personal record at 6 of 7 events on her way to scoring 6,068 points, which stands as a new school record.
University of Kansas Jiu-Jitsu Club and local submission artists will test their skills at Sunflower Games next month. KUJH's Jose Luis Milicic has more on the story.
My favorite thing about jiu-jitsu is the technicality, is the fact that you can take down a bigger, stronger opponent using technique.
It's a great community to become a part of, because everyone's like, you'd think everyone would be all like angry all the time and really macho, but they're not. Everyone's like really chill. So.
At the beginning of the month, I had a chance to sit down with women's basketball coach Bonnie Hendrickson and chat with her about the camp season.
The bulk of it is, here's what we do, here's how we do it, and want to be able to expose a higher level player to those things.
Even though Kansas is a big name for basketball, there are only 60 campers at the elite camp, but that's something Hendrickson enjoys.
By design, we don't have a huge number of campers. I like that because it allows us to have more one-on-one individual attention, smaller lines and groups, and you're not standing in line with 10 players and maybe getting a couple reps. You get quality repetition.
Hendrick's message to the campers is a simple one: be coachable. But at the same time, she doesn't want the campers to take her word as gold.
Well, like anything, great energy, be coachable, be willing to. We always say, listen, we might teach something different. Different means different. Doesn't mean different, doesn't mean better.
One of the things Hendrickson likes about the group is their eagerness to improve and to get to a different level of basketball.
And that's what I love about the group that we're able to bring every year. They're hungry, they want to get better, they want more information and different ways to do things, and we provide that for them.
Though it's not up to par with basketball in March, camp is a huge process for the program to go through. This just in, basketball is always important to Jayhawk fans, even in June. While camp season is filled with a bunch of highlights, it was the kids at Bill Self's camp that got the real treat. Not only did they have a chance to compete, they got to hear current Jayhawks speak about their opportunities they've been presented and had the first glimpse at the new look Jayhawks. For many young kids, playing for the Kansas Jayhawks is a dream, but few get the opportunity. However, there is a different outlet for those kids to get a chance to be part of the championship culture. Last week, Kansas coach Bill Self held a camp for kids who got a chance to play but also listen to current Jayhawks tell their stories. Sophomore forward Perry Ellis spoke to the group about the benefits of coming to camp.
They're getting to talk to somebody that they might look up to, and you just share some words of wisdom that you know, like when you were a kid you didn't know, so then you can share it with them and just try to help them out.
As a young kid, Ellis went to numerous basketball camps and said that it wasn't until later that he realized what the guest speakers were talking about were actually true.
Oh yeah, it helped a lot just hearing their story, and you kind of take it for granted when you're younger. You kind of don't really pay much attention, but now looking when you get older, you really can see that what they were saying really was good. Incoming freshman Brennan Green got his first chance to play in front of the crowd, something he truly enjoyed.
The camp was fun. Whenever you have a bunch of little kids in the stands going crazy on every shot, it's always fun.
For months, media, fans, and coaches awaited the decision of Andrew Wiggins on where he would attend college. Wiggins, who has been called the best high school basketball player since LeBron James, finally chose to be a Kansas Jayhawk. On Wednesday, June 19th, Wiggins made his first appearance as a Jayhawk, scoring 7 points in a scrimmage with current and former Jayhawks. After the game, Wiggins met with the media.
Everywhere I went, no matter where I went, everyone asked where I'm going to school. So now everyone knows I'm going to Kansas, so it's like a big relief, big weight off my shoulders, so it's been good.
We've recruited other good players before, but we haven't had anybody with this type of attention.
A lot of the people of Lawrence been showing me nothing but love. I just been following other players, seeing where to go, how Lawrence is. It's been great to me so far.
But I think he should welcome the expectations. I don't think there's any reason to try to run from him because he's going to have them no matter what. So.
I just take my life day by day. I just try to stay grounded, just keep my circle tight, just always stay close to my family and my friends. I want to win. I want me and my teammates to go as far as we can, be the best players that we all can be, and hopefully win a national championship. That's my main goal.
For 60 individuals, tonight their dream will be one step closer to come true as the NBA draft takes place tonight at 7 p.m. on ESPN. Jayhawk fans will be watching closely to see where guard Ben McLemore and center Jeff Withey will land. McLemore has been projected as a top 5 pick, with many mocks having him go number 2 overall to the Orlando Magic. Withey, on the other hand, has seen his draft stock appear all over the boards. There are times where he goes as high as number 17 to the Atlanta Hawks or number 24 to the New York Knicks. But even with the multiple projections of him going in the first round, he's also been linked to the mid-second round. No matter where the two land, Jayhawk fans will have the possibility of cheering for 2 new teams. That's it for sports. I'm Nathan Fordyce, and we'll pass it back over to Sarah and Jose.
Thank you, Nathan. Now for some drama. The Summer Youth Theater Group recently opened its season. Here's Ellie with the story.
With school officially out for the summer, there are many options for activities for Lawrence area students. One of them is the Summer Youth Theater Group, which recently opened its season. Cast member Isabel Allen, who will be in 6th grade in the fall, said she loves to perform.
I like singing a lot.
Isabel and her cast of fellow 3rd through 8th graders performed the Gilbert and Sullivan musical Pirates of Penzance at the Lawrence Arts Center. The show ran the weekend of June 13th through the 15th, and for some, it was a chance for these kids to try their hands at acting.
I like pretending to be a different person.
For many of the kids in the cast, this show was their first time performing on stage, and their goal? Have fun while trying something completely new.
We strive for that kids are doing the best possible show that they can.
For further information about what the Lawrence Arts Center is up to this summer, you can either see the community calendar at lawrence.com or contact the Lawrence Arts Center. For KUJH, this is Ellie Grin.
As is common, warmer weather encourages more intimacy among students. It's important to stay up to date on your STD testing. Sarah takes us through the process.
Summer's here, beer is flowing, and sexual tension is at its highest. But students need to know the consequences of too much partying.
You know, alcohol goes really hand in hand, it seems. So situations where there's going to be a lot of partying, there's going to frequently be a lot of STDs and unplanned pregnancies the following weeks.
Sexually transmitted diseases are an issue among many college campuses across the nation. How can you get tested at the University of Kansas? Today, I stopped by Student Health Services to find out how.
The process is simple. Go to the lab on the first floor of walk-ins and tell the receptionist you would like to be tested. Mark the diseases you would like to be tested for and take a seat in the big comfy chair. After she prepares, brace yourself for a tiny prick of pain and watch the blood flow. You will have your results within 48 hours and a decorative Band-Aid to ease the pain.
And I get a juice box. Now, as you can see, it wasn't all that bad. It took about 15 minutes or so. If you want more information about the testing process, go to studenthealth.ku.edu. Reporting from Lawrence, Sarah Noonan, KUJH-TV.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Summer is in full swing and so are summer-themed drinks. One of the more popular drinks among young people is called Summer Brew. Jenna has more on this story.
If you're looking for a fairly cheap alcoholic drink that screams summertime, you might want to try Summer Brew. The recipe is fairly easy to make. You just need 2 cans of pink lemonade or fruit punch, 6 light beers, 2 cups of citrus vodka, and a half bottle of champagne. The best part about Summer Brew is that you don't have to spend a lot on the ingredients, which means for people looking to get the most with their alcoholic drinks, it won't cost you a pretty penny. And unlike beer, which can go bad in about an hour or so, Summer Brew is great because all you have to do is continue to add more ice. And if for whatever reason you're not satisfied with your batch, you can always change the recipe to make your drink winker or stronger. For KUJH-TV News, I'm Jenna Jackowatz.
Speaking of summer drinks, spicy foods and cold beer may sound good on a hot day, but doctors say it won't cool your body temperature. According to Dr. Pavika Sarapalli at Watkins Health Center, there are no foods that can actually raise or lower your body temperature. While alcohol dilates the blood vessels, making you feel cooler, your body temperature does not lower. The best way to keep cool when it is hot outside is to drink plenty of water. Avoid caffeine and excessive amounts of carbohydrates as they promote warmth in your body. Eating fruits and vegetables with high water content like grapes, melons, lettuce, and celery ensures that your body stays hydrated and keeps you feeling cooler. The best thing you can do on a hot day is drink plenty of water.
Looks like we're out of time. Thank you for tuning into KUJH.
See you next time.
You're watching KUJH-TV, Lawrence.